think East Legon's real estate market has been used as a channel for laundering money?
Living in East Legon is like you've made it in life.
Lagos Avenue is known for ladies of the night. So
On the actual road, but not.
That's where everybody wants to stay. That's where you find the elites. That's where you find.
wait.
I knew George was going to have
No,
issues.
I want to understand because I don't think I get that. East Legon does not give me that. Good morning. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning, George.
Who do we have today?
We have Ruth from Shelter Mart.
Ooh.
Is that how you like to be introduced?
Yes.
Okay.
Shelter.
So actually, you give us your own introduction.
My name is Ruth, and I'm from Shelter Mart Properties.
Shelter Mart. Yeah, they could talk. And then who do we have?
Nana Osei from Blavia.
Nice. The Black Crew.
Yes.
I know.
All right, so today we're talking about East Legon, the neighborhood East Legon. And I want to start with you, Ruth. Actually, no, I'll start with you, Nana. Tell me about East Legon.
Well, I know East Legon has been overrated, but then I think it's worth it.
Overrated by
because-
who?
Yeah, well,
Why
most
do we even
Ghanaians-
start with a negative? It's been overrated.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Is it
Well-
overrated though?
It is. You know,
Whoa.
at some point, East Legon was actually the ish. You know, people wanted to live in East Legon.
Really?
Yeah, people in, let's just say people outside of Accra.
Okay.
Once they hear of East Legon, they think it's a very special haven somewhere.
Do you get that?
I will admit, I'm partial to East Legon because I lived in East Legon for about 6 years and I've just moved just outside of East Legon.
Okay.
So that's always been kind of
Your hood.
my hood.
Right.
So I'm definitely a bit partial to it. I've always enjoyed living there. You know, I have lots of friends in the area. So I'm partial to East Legon.
Ruth, tell me about East Legon.
Ruth also did a face like,
I know, right?
So from my own point of view, I think East Legon is basically a community on its own. They have everything going on for them. They have malls, they have infrastructure, they have schools, they have a whole lot. So for me, I think they are living on past glory, not entirely
What was the past
overrated.
glory?
Everybody knows East Legon. That's where everybody wants to stay. That's where you find the elites. That's where you find.
Wait.
I knew George was going to have
No,
issues.
I want to understand because I don't think I get that.
Okay.
East Legon does not give me that. So yeah, I'm surprised that you're saying that.
In the past,
Who wanted to be in East Legon in the past?
everybody wanted
All
to
the
stay in
people
East
that live
Legon
there?
in the past.
Do you know? I know some people that tell me that they would not, they would not cross before the.
I say it all the time.
Yeah, like they
No,
wouldn't.
I'm not crossing to the other side,
No,
to
but
your side.
they would not come to East Legon for anything.
Yeah, but it's the same way the
No.
East Legon people say they're not crossing to Laboni for anything.
Do you think East Legon is hyped?
It's worth it.
Do you think it's worth it? In what capacity?
Based on previous, not really hyped as much as it used to be previously, before we got the Chados and the Cantonment. Cantonment has always been there, but before East Legon was the hype. That
Really?
is where
So
everything
let's
happens.
start there. What makes East Legon one of the most desirable places, in some people's opinion, to live? Like, what is it that is making people see East Legon in that light, in your opinion? Then I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
Firstly, I think after the fact that I said it's a community on its own, you realize that we have footballers, we have I don't want to go really mentioning,
Sure.
but then we have people,
Notable people.
exactly,
Yes.
staying in the area. We have malls. We have places that people really
When you say
wanted to
mall,
go have fun.
when you say malls,
Okay, shopping areas.
thank you.
And then we used to have places in East Legon where people could go and say, this is where we are partying for the weekend. You see expats come into the country right from the airport straight. Going to East Legon from the airport is not even far.
It really isn't. But I
So-
feel like East Legon, you mentioned elites live in East Legon. I think is rather new money. So you're talking about footballers and...
So are you saying new money does not make somebody elite, or elite is something, class?
I guess my definition of elite is a bit different, right? But I'm saying that so East Legon is also known for a lot of the game boys and the fraud boys and the Sakawa boys and all that stuff. So East Legon is like a mishmash of every...
Yeah, it's a bit of
Community.
everything. It's a bit
It's a
of
community. You
everything.
get
No, why are you
everything.
laughing?
I just find the mishmash funny. So I'll tell you what I like about it.
Okay.
I like the fact that you can do everything there without
Then it's like,
leaving the area.
Leaving,
If it's a spa you want, if it's a salon you want, if it's a restaurant you want, if it's a school you want, if it's if it's a club you want, if it's a doctor's surgery that you want, you don't have to leave. And for someone like me who doesn't really enjoy driving around Accra, doesn't really, I liked that about the area. It's just that everything was in close proximity. You
So
don't need to travel out.
Can an average person buy rent in East Legon now?
I would say no.
Do you
You'd say
think
no?
so?
No, but see, before we go into it, define for me where East Legon is, like the boundaries. East Legon is from where to where?
Okay, Shiashi is part of East Legon. So
Okay.
starting from Shiashi all the way to Ogbojo.
Okay.
It ends on the boundary road that's between the motorway, American House, all the way to Ogbojo. That's East Legon.
Okay.
Goes all the way to Oponglo. I think some part of UPSA is East Legon.
Some part?
Yes, some parts. Like the Mimpasem is also part of East Legon.
And then what about all the way to Adringano? Is Adringano part of East Legon or is not?
No, Adringano is...
Adringano.
So where's the boundary?
separate.
Where's the cutoff?
The boundary is...
The boundary
so
road.
The boundary road is the boundary between East Legon and then Adringano.
The boundary road is the
Yeah.
boundary.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that is the
Okay,
boundary.
fair enough. Fair enough. So that is East Legon.
Yeah, that's East
But
Legon.
within East Legon, you have places like Baoleshi and all
Yeah.
that. So those are affordable.
Yeah, those are...
So that's what
Those are
I
less-
actually would say, that East Legon has a rental market and a sales market maybe not sales market, has a rental market for everybody, I think.
I think I agree with you. Do you agree, Ruth?
I think it's got top
Yeah.
end, but I also think that there are certain parts like Baolishi, like you said, that the Okunglos, the Baolishis that are a bit more
The Mimpasam that you spoke
yeah,
about. like this.
significantly
But
more
being-
And there are lots of
affordable.
students in that area as well.
Yeah.
The Legon people and the
Yeah,
Konglo and all those
exactly.
things.
Yes. So
But
I
you
would
know
say...
what? You're right. East Legon, no bad crap.
Easy.
I get it. I get it. East Legon is not bad. It's not bad at all.
Are the prices of property being driven by actual value or just by like the hype, do you think?
It's a bit of both.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, because people here East Legon to be a top notch. Living in East Legon is like you've made it in life to some people. And then in a way, I think it has value. When it comes to real estate market, it has value. If you buy a property in East Legon and then you're selling it, it goes faster.
Sure.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. That's
I
where
think
the
they
money
retain their value
laundries
quite
and
well.
stuff come in.
Properties retain their value.
Yeah,
I think they even can increase in value over time.
yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has.
East Legon has very good houses, like beautiful houses, even though they are old. Maybe some people have been staying there for a long while. You said new money. I think old money too is there.
Yeah.
So people have, people still have,
See, Ruth always gets me in trouble,
House.
by the way.
people still have houses over there. I think people are not really, there are no lands at East Legon. So if someone,
Speaking of lands, Ruth, are there any state lands in East Legon?
I don't think so. I don't
No?
None that I know of.
No.
How are the titles and the what's the word for it? Litigations like in East Legon? Is it bad?
Now, no. East Legon, they are individually owned properties.
Yeah.
So they don't really have a lot of litigations.
No.
Because when you are buying a property, you are buying from the rightful owner.
individual.
They have their registrations and all those things in place. East Legon is a very, how do I put it, structured area.
Is it?
Yes. In terms of buying your property.
Okay.
When you are buying a property, I don't think you
not
have
complicated.
issues
It's
not
with
complicated.
anybody saying this is mine, this is
No.
not mine, it belongs to someone
agree.
else. So, yeah. Buying a property in East Legon is not difficult.
Why do some people say East Legon is expensive but poorly maintained? I've never heard this.
Because
But
the roads are bad. And also, let me ask. What is the infrastructure like
They have very good
they've got
infrastructure.
really
Yeah,
good roads.
but not
in
entirely.
East Legon?
It's getting bad, which was supposed to be, I think, at a stage where it was getting bad. If
Quite
they
a
had
lot of the roads were
implemented
done at a
exactly,
point.
They were okay. So
They
they're
were
done
going
by.
through and doing a lot of the roads.
That was because so I don't want to politicize it, but
Yeah, let's not politicize it, please.
no,
please,
but I'm saying
please.
that. So during that time, all the roads, but now they're getting messed up again.
Which road? Tell me a road.
You know the mall, as you put it, the ANC bit.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you're right. There are lots of malls now.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
No, so
You're right.
wait, the
Also-
ANC road.
Yeah.
Malcolm,
Yeah.
Malcolm has a
Malcolm is
mall.
there.
No?
Oh, opposite Gethsemane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have ANC and you
Yeah.
have ANC corner. I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even that whole stretch is all commercialized
Yeah.
now.
Yes, it is.
With like
And there are a lot of restaurants and,
yeah,
and
there's a lot going on.
High-end restaurants.
vibrant nightlife too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then places like Shiashi, Oponglo, they are all part of East Legon. And you can't compare that to where the elites really stay. You know,
where do the elites stay? Ruth, where, you know what?
Oh,
Where, I want to know.
So
because I'm going to visit them.
controversial.
Where are the elites in East Legon?
Yeah, there.
Where?
in the corners.
But
in
no,
the
where?
corners.
Which areas?
The nooks and the crannies.
But I think Boundary Road.
On Boundary
Lagos
Road.
Avenue.
Lagos Avenue.
Yeah, those
That's
are-
where you
Lagos
get the
Avenue is
IU,
commercial,
I
isn't
think
it?
Not
mostly
completely.
commercial, but not-
No, but you know Lagos Avenue, it has like roads.
Yeah.
Oh, that leads in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that
And
where Abedi Palace is?
Yeah, a big
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
That's full of.
Apia is there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Lagos Avenue is known for ladies of the night. So
On the actual road, but not on the side roads that lead.
isn't it
out.
ironic that
No, but
Lagos
so is
Avenue
Oxford
has
Street.
Everything is there.
You can find everything in East Lagos.
East Legon has got everything. Everything. They have churches, they have mosques, they
Yeah,
have
honestly.
party,
A bit of
restaurants,
everything.
anything. Everything's over here.
Do you find that East Legon is becoming transient with short stays and
Yeah. A lot.
gradually?
I think they are converting gradually to short stays. Expats really love East
Yeah.
Legon. I don't know why. And they're not
But
here to
think
stay
it's,
for long.
But I think it's for that reason, just the
Yes.
fact that
You can find
you can do
everything.
everything
Yes.
without doing too
Short
much.
And
stays.
they're not here for long. They just want to be here for 3 months, a month, have some fun, relax, and then go back. So if they want to be at East Legon and then we are having unfurnished apartments I want to take for a year, it's not good for them. And then it takes them out of East Legon. So
Yeah.
now owners are converting to Airbnb short stays
Yeah.
just to get them in. I think that's That's affecting rental.
Why do you think so many properties are left idle in East Legon?
Because the owners are not here.
Yeah.
I don't even
Most of
think
the
it's
owners.
an
Most of
East
them are
Legon
not here.
thing. I think it's a general saturation of the market, number one. People not wanting to reduce their rental prices. People not wanting to spend on furnishing and not understanding why they can't get tenants. I think it's a general kind of
But
crisis.
East Legon has a lot of it.
They do, but that's
Most
because
of
it's
them
also
are.
it's very much built up in comparison to other areas. There's a lot of development.
Because they built it
there.
aggressively.
Yeah.
East Legon were just like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they have more on the market, I think, than most areas do.
Yeah.
and it's actually bigger. East Legon is actually a big.
It is
Yeah,
big.
it
It's
is.
a big space.
If you think about it,
I
it's
don't
really
think
big.
Adringano is part of East Legon.
No,
It's
we
not.
said it's not.
It's not.
We said it's not.
It's not.
Adringano is not.
It's
Adringano
not.
is East Legon.
No.
I think
Adringano-
wait.
No.
So Adringano is not part.
No.
No.
It's Obojo East Legon.
Ogbojo is in East Legon.
How is Obojo part of East Legon and Adringano
Okay.
is not part?
Adringano is part of Tema.
Really?
Yeah. If you check, you should check. Do your
Really?
research. Yeah, it's part
I
of
didn't know
Tema.
That I didn't
Me
know.
too, actually.
That I didn't
I was like, wait a minute.
Trasaco is not even part of East Legon.
Really?
Oh no, but we know Trasaco is
Trasaco's
on the
Adringano.
opposite end.
Exactly. So if Trasaco is Adringano, definitely it's not part of East Legon.
Because
So why
Trasaco
do
is not
we
East
have-
Legon.
Yeah.
But
So
do
why
you-
do we say Adringano is Legon?
Because it's
well,
the same.
some people want to attach it so
Yeah.
that it becomes a bit expensive.
So which part of East Legon is East Legon and which part of Adringano?
The
is
boundary road
separates the
separates
two.
Which boundary road?
Which one is
Where?
boundary?
The Sea Boundary
straight
Road,
from
it stretches
Shashi.
all the way from Shashi and goes
Shashi.
all the way to like. Does it go to Obuju?
No,
No, it goes to the roundabout that goes left
No,
to
no, no.
Yeah.
That's
Boundary
where it
road
is.
goes all the way to Obojo,
Yes.
almost at Medina. But I want to know where Adringano, the boundary road. There's no boundary road in Adringano.
No, the entrance to Adringano is on Boundary Road. So you
So
branch
wait,
off
when you get to American House and you're branching Zoom Lion, is that Adringano?
When you
You
get
see
to
the first
American
roundabout. The first roundabout.
Where
from-
Pistis is that Adringano or East
Yeah,
Legon?
that's like Adringano.
That's Adringano.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I
it's
thought
not
that was
East
East
Legon.
Legon. I
That's
thought,
on the Adringano Road.
I thought Adringano began where
From
School
Rollins
Junction, yes,
House.
all
Yeah.
the way through.
From School Junction on your left, coming to East Legon. On your left is
Oh
Adringano.
yeah, that's from the other end. That's from the
Yes.
opposite end.
No.
But
What-
from the East Legon end, the Adringano Road starts just before American House.
Yes. Where the
The
roundabout
road,
is.
but where is Adringano itself?
From the beginning of the road, Adringano Road.
We need to visit
Yeah,
our
they call it
moms.
Adringano bus stop or something.
That's Adringano. When you enter the road, you're in
You're in
Adringano.
Is School Junction part of East Legon?
No,
No.
So
that's
School,
Ashalibuchi.
School Junction is not part of
Really?
Adringano
No,
too?
it's not.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So and when you turn, we were just talking about that of Legon. When you turn from Rawlings's Bed going down School Junction, that area is where?
On your right is Adringano.
Salem.
On your left is East Legon.
On your right is Adringano.
No.
Yep.
He's talking about when you're branching, like you're on the Adringano Road and you're branching, going towards School Junction. So that road.
So,
Yeah, so from that stretch from where you branch to Rollins' house
So from-
all the way to East Legon, that part is Adringano.
No.
On your right is
You're on the-
Adringano.
so
No,
from
no.
Rollins' house, former President Rollins'
Yeah.
house, straight down is where?
That's
Road that
Adringano.
That's Adringano.
Then your left is, you know, there's
so
a
it's the
straight
left. It's
and
the
then
left
there's a
that they're
left.
talking about.
So
the
the
left that
straight
takes
is-
you to School Junction.
You see, from the right, you are going
Some
towards
parts
Rollins'
of
house.
that side is
I'm trying to
Adringano.
think what's at the beginning
You
of
see,
the road.
From,
So what's
There's a
the name
Shell
of this
petrol
place?
station.
Yeah, but that's
On your-
further up.
Is it?
Yeah.
After the
No,
No, the
overpass.
Shell is at
Oil.
the overhead. Is that the one you're talking
So
about?
now that we can't define the boundaries, is this
No,
clever
we
branding?
can,
or
we
can.
can define
We
the branch.
can.
We can define East Legon. We're talking about Adringano now. You're taking us to School Junction.
Okay.
That's got nothing to do with East Legon. Okay.
Fair enough. I get it. I get it.
How much of East Legon's development is tied to politicians? Let's just take it there.
well, that's where the old money.
Why are you not trying to give me eye contact?
Old money.
Yeah,
I don't.
you know, when
Can I
it
be honest
comes-
with you? I really don't think. Again, you're gonna fight me on this, but I don't think East Legon is old money. I don't think
it
it's
is
for the
either.
elites
It's
either.
olden. It's
I don't
olden,
think it's
you know.
old.
I think honestly, East Legon is a melting pot. You have a bit of everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
And so I don't
Definitely.
think you can say it's for the elite.
I
It's for
agree.
the because you have 419 boys living next to politicians and living.
I agree.
So it's literally a melting pot.
It wasn't like that.
It was not.
No.
No, some years back.
It wasn't like that previously. So
You think in the recent years it's changed?
yes,
Yeah.
a lot has changed with East Legon. A lot.
But I also feel like it's easier to buy in East Legon than other places. I think.
I mean, I think that the pricing is just as high as other places.
Yeah, but it's easier to buy. It's
I think 'cause
uncomplicated.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's what makes
I think
it
it's
easier.
uncomplicated to
Yeah.
buy in East Legon as
Agreed.
opposed to buying somewhere else.
I agree.
Yeah.
But why do you think a lot of politicians own in East Legon?
I don't know about that. I don't know about politicians.
You
owning-
tell us, George, because I mean, you know that they own it. I didn't
How
know
do I
that.
know they own it?
I don't know. You're the one making the statement, so you tell us. I don't know.
No, but I actually happen to know that there are pockets within East Legon that you have politicians living next to each other. Like my neighbor is X, this is X, this is Y, this is literally like on one street you have A, B, C, and it's kind of crazy.
I don't know a lot about politics. I think I'm not really a political person, but that's why I know a lot about. I know a little about football, so
Yeah.
that's why I kept
Yeah.
talking about
Oh,
the
do you?
footballers. Yeah,
You sell to footballers?
no, I don't.
So how do you know about
okay.
I
football?
watch football.
Really?
So-
Who's your favorite team?
Chelsea.
Oh my.
You see, it's interesting. I asked who's your favorite. She didn't say Kotoko or Ha, so
no, she said
just went to Chelsea.
I love
Locally,
that.
who's your favorite team?
Mm.
You look like a Hearts girl. You do like a Hearts of Oak.
She doesn't know. Do you know who they are?
You don't know who Hearts of Oak is?
I think she's confused.
I don't
I
think
think I
she's
used to know
confused.
Ashanti Gold. I don't know if they are still there.
As a team? I know, you know
Yeah,
something.
right?
All I know is Kotoko
That was
and
when
Hearts.
Nana
And then I know
was-
Hazakis.
Who are they?
They're from Takrady or something.
Oh, okay.
I know Ashanti Gold. I know
Ashanti Gold was a
Jonathan
team?
Mensah.
Nobody
Ashanti
recognizes
Gold
that as a
isn't
team.
a team.
I don't
No,
know.
No, wait. There used to be a team.
Really?
Are you
I think it's
sure?
Obuasi, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Dennis, where's Dennis?
Oh, not
Can you
Dennis.
find out if Ashanti Gold is a team? It is a team. Hey, Nana. Obuasi, Jesus Christ.
Hey, Ashanti Gold, but
Do you think East Legon's
Serious.
real estate market has been used as a channel for laundering money?
yes, yes.
It's just a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
I knew you were going to go there.
I just wanted to know, like,
But
what
because
the-
there are game boys and fraud boys and all those things in that area, yes. And you know, a lot of the businesses as well in East Legon.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of those are
Yeah,
laundries.
I love them.
Yeah.
Love them.
but are there no areas that don't?
I was
have
actually even going to say,
Yes,
but to be
it's
fair, that's
everywhere.
kind of everywhere.
Actually, no,
then
it's
now.
not.
But it's easier in East
not?
It's
Legon.
not. No.
Really?
It's easier in East
No.
Legon.
Yeah.
There's some that you just don't know.
No, it's not. Like,
No, but there's some that you just don't know because
What is it?
I know what you're trying to
Everywhere.
say, and I just feel like even there they have them.
no, they don't.
Even
Yes,
in
they
the
do.
prime
What do you think I'm
areas.
thinking of?
Don't worry,
Even
let's
in
not
the
go
black-
there.
So,
areas.
what?
Prime areas.
No,
Yes.
there isn't.
Even in
Hey,
No.
you are
Exactly.
very naive sometimes.
Prime
No, I'm just
areas.
telling you.
For someone who knows so much, you are extremely
Okay,
naive.
so here's the thing. Okay.
I'm not going to mention, don't ask me to mention any names or any places. I'm not going to do that. But I'm just saying, for you to think that in some of those prime areas that we know that you are partial to, there are
What do you think I'm
there
partial
are
to?
no
Wait.
establishments that are used for money laundering is extremely naive
Hannah,
of you. I'm just
You
saying.
think I'm partial to some certain
Oh
neighborhoods?
yeah, we know that.
Those areas are
Like
even
cantonment.
more used.
and you will just,
Say
you
it
just,
again?
don't, you just don't know.
Like cantonment.
See,
and
Nana
like-
does,
thinking-
Nana
you're
does,
thinking
Nana does not know me at all.
You know the
Really?
bad
You think I'm partial to cantonment?
Yeah, of course.
No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't live in cantonment.
Because you have your business in Labone.
I wouldn't live in cantonments. I wouldn't live in Labone. I really wouldn't.
Really?
No. And I've always said this. I would live
No.
in Northridge.
No,
I would live in Roman Ridge, but I would not live in cantonments.
Oh, really?
Why?
That's interesting.
I think it's just too busy for me.
busy.
I think so.
Cantonment?
Cantonments, Labone, yeah.
Busy with what?
Everything.
I disagree.
Because everybody wants to come to Labone. Everyone
Yeah,
wants
but
to
not
come to
everybody
cantonments.
can.
Not come as in to live, but they want to come through
Okay.
to do whatever it is that they want to do. I would not live in East Legon either.
Hmm.
But I find that Roman Ridge is a little bit more, like, makes more
A
sense.
bit more chill.
Yeah. North Ridge makes more sense. It's the location is perfect. So personally, if you say I'm partial, I'll say I'm partial to maybe Roman Ridge or North Ridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, properties in prime areas are expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's easy to launder
Yeah.
because you're not going to be laundering
You don't have
small
to. You can just
amounts
find
of
two
money.
properties and
You know?
launder
You know, yeah.
a huge
It's
amount.
only in places of high value. like
$500,000.
Yeah, you know.
Don't mind him, senior money launderer here.
Hey.
He's trying to put on an act for us. Don't mind him.
Should we call Iyoko?
You know something? You know they are on a hunt now. Can you please retract that statement? Because
Please.
honestly,
It was a serious joke.
Hey,
Please.
Iyoko
Before they
didn't
start
hear this.
seizing your cast and your assets. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
you see
So
now,
it's a
joke.
now when I hit people up for
No. It was a joke.
5,000,
No.
don't give yourself. I'm not
It was a
doing
joke. Oh no. It was a clear joke. Sorry about that. So, is the general consensus that properties in East Legon are being built for Ghanaians to live here or for people abroad?
Both.
Okay.
I think majority of the properties in East Legon belongs to Ghanaians.
Yeah, I think so.
I
As
think so
compared
too.
to other places,
Yeah, I think so.
I think
too.
Legon is actually very Ghanaian. You have
Yeah.
Ghanaian
Yeah.
people
A
living
lot.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything Ghanaian.
Even though they are not, majority of them are not around.
Yeah.
So most of them are empty.
But still there. Yeah.
Yeah, they belong to them.
But commercially, let's just say for the expats, they build it and then they rent it out for the expats. Yeah, just for the short stays and
Stays.
stuff. Yeah.
Do we think East Legon is going to continue to expand, or do you think we're nearing saturation now?
It is saturated.
Yeah.
It is already.
They don't really have land.
It is extremely saturated,
It
I
is.
think.
Yeah.
And it's not walkable at all.
But people are still building there, though. You know?
Well, because I mean they're building everywhere, but it's just saturated. Like you can't. How is it going to grow unless they're building up,
Right.
which they've started doing?
Yes.
So they're just buying small piece of land and then they're putting 3, 4. They're making the place choked as it stands now.
But you know what's interesting? Okay, yeah, they do have some. I was gonna say they don't have a nice, not nice. Excuse me. They don't have proper, but they do have gated communities, but they're smaller gated communities.
Yeah, very
Because they
there's lots
belong
of
to
small ones.
individuals.
Yeah.
You know, individuals started
Joint ventures.
staying
and
there.
things like that.
So now developers are now trying to buy out old houses
Yes.
And
to
then-
now start building
Yeah,
those.
by doing the JVs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because you don't have like stuff like the AU villages and the.
Unless you
Airport
go to the
Hills.
hills. The
But
only
that's not,
places
it's,
you
not, it's
get
not part of East Legon, is it?
exactly.
not.
So because East Legon is not going to give you that
Right.
now, they are moving it to the hills. So developers are building communities.
But you know what?
in
I
the
will
hills.
say this. I will say this. There are certain parts of East Legon that you go and personally shocks me. I'm like, wow, this is a lovely neighborhood. This is a very
There
quiet.
are quite a few of those. little
Honestly,
pockets.
like
There's a
there's
couple
some
of
that you
them.
drive in and you're like, wow, this is really
They are.
nice.
There are
This is
some
well
hidden
planned.
ones.
Yeah.
Very much
So
so.
West Legon is still very quiet.
Yeah.
Even though they
They're
have
not-
everything.
No, this is the
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
East
they
Legon is not
No, can I tell you
quiet.
something that's
They are
really
quiet
strange about
places.
East Legon? I find that there are lots of pockets.
Yeah.
So you can go from a seriously busy road,
To very
turn
quiet.
left, turn left again, and it's dead
Very quiet.
silent
You're
there.
right. You're right. You're
So
right.
yeah,
In as much as they have commercial spaces,
yeah.
the residential places are very quiet.
That's what I'm saying. That sometimes when you're through East Legon, you find a place and you're like, oh wow, this
Yeah.
is really like,
Nice
especially
and
the
serene.
cul-de-sacs and the dead ends. It's really, really lovely.
Yeah.
So just in closing, what does the future hold for East Legon?
Real estate wise,
Yeah.
I think the value is still going to rise,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
The value is still going to
Not
rise.
to cut you off, Nana. What East Legon has not done well, there are no green spaces within East Legon.
That's what that one did. None.
Which it's actually not that new, but they have the opportunity to actually create green spaces with, and it's just proper concrete
Yeah.
and nothing else.
I think it would take individual efforts to do that.
We've said that every single time we brought that
Owners,
topic up. We've
individual
always said that.
owners. So you are building your houses, make room for greens.
Do you know who had an opportunity to make a green space and didn't?
Who?
Let me tell you.
I know. I knew that's who you were going to say.
Oh,
I
Right?
knew that was that.
I think he had a big opportunity to actually.
No, but he still does. He still has.
Does he? He doesn't have the land.
Who are we
He's got
talking
the
about?
spaces.
I won't mention the name, but they know. You think he still does?
I think so. There's still room.
yeah, actually.
You can call him out.
And
Maybe
not even just him.
Right.
Please call him out.
Call them out.
All through. Not me.
Why not?
Not
Call them
me.
out. Maybe they'll fix it.
Not me.
So what Hannah was saying.
Because he also has lots dotted around. Dotted.
He has a very interesting story, actually.
But we can talk to them in general. Please make room for greens so
Yeah.
that fresh air can come into your
So I'm going to call them out. Ruth was suggesting. Ruth said, I'll say it. Ruth said, despite. So Mr. Harvey, despite. Yes, you did.
I did.
Mr. Harvey, despite. Ruth is saying that you have an opportunity to do green spaces. Hannah said, bribe me. Bribe me.
You can say it.
Hannah said, Ajekum.
He's building all over the place. And I feel that he also, but one thing about Ajekum I can see is that if there's a plot, he's filling it up with property.
But do you know who's doing well with green spaces though?
Who?
Their counterpart, Special.
For example.
Oh, really?
Special's developments usually have a lot of green spaces.
That's nice.
Yeah. And now
Special
he
gardens.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he
gardens.
does. So Mr. Despite and Mr. Jakum, according to Hannah and
Please, I
So
did
that's
not
why
say
please hear it
anything.
from me.
I was just giving gentle feedback.
Oh my God.
But yes, on that note, I think we can safely establish that East Legon has been an upcoming area, might be reaching a place of saturation, but generally is a good place to live.
Yes.
Most definitely it is.
And then expensive and non-expensive place to live.
Yeah.
Everybody
Appeals
can
to all
stay.
groups, I think.
Yeah. The prices of rents are relatively high, but then I think generally everybody can, because the area you are staying, there are apartments or houses over there that are quite expensive.
Is buying East Legon or renting East Legon the same as anywhere else? Like, is there a special way to go about it if you want to buy?
It's the same.
Same process?
I think the same process, yeah.
Oh.
I think it's easier because you are dealing with the owners directly and nobody's scamming you if you are careful.
Yeah.
Unlike other areas where you don't know if you are really dealing with the owners or third parties. But with East Legon, the way it says, you know that this is actually the owner. Even if the owner is not in the country and the property is in the hands of a third party, you still get the opportunity to speak
with
to
the owner.
And then you are rightfully sure that, yes, this is the owner.
So guys, if you guys are interested in buying East Legon, please contact Ruth or Nana. Nana is with Blavio. How do we get in touch with you?
On our socials, blavio.com.
And then Ruth is on...
ShelterMaxProperties.com.
and I get 10% from Shelter Mart if you buy, so please buy.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys.
That brings us to the end of episode 5.
Whoop, whoop.